Good morning, Zach. I am just in the kitchen currently making my coffee. I will be right back. How did your night go outside with the turkeys? Good. I'm glad it went awesome. Good morning, Mr. DJ Rads. How are you? The pigs did try getting to them last night. Where were you sleeping? Were you literally outside or were you in like a tent or a camper or vehicle or what were you how were you sleeping out there? Were you guys safe from the pigs? And I assume the pigs didn't succeed um, getting any of the turkeys. You were in a tent. I bet you that was like comforting hearing pigs outside your tent. The pigs got a headache instead. Did you? Were you out there when they came? You didn't go after them, did you? That's like asking for you to get attacked by the pigs. Oh, Blue just retreated inside the head. Wonder if he's going to be Sasquatch like again and never come out. Oh, you did not go after them? That's good. How did they get a headache? Oh, there's Blue. That was just a momentary retreat inside. Making my coffee. I need some. I did at least sleep a little bit better. I took some of that sleep aid again and I did sleep. Um, Not as good as I hoped, but I did sleep. I don't know what was up with me the night before. Oh, from ramming the fence. Oh, well, I'm glad they couldn't get in. Little boogers, big boogers. I don't have another day off until Monday now. I gotta work tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and 11 hours Sunday. Yay, me. Yay, me. Really hope when I come to work today that my little staffy baby is still there. They meet the fence post instead. Good. Good. So you camped out basically because you just wanted to make sure that the fence was going to be secure for them to stay out there. Ah, gotcha. That was a good idea. Good plan. Good plan. Yeah, that makes sense, Zach. Definitely a good idea. I need to clean out the rabbits so we can do rabbit cam again. Mm, I'm sleepy. Going through my videos and putting them into their prospective playlists. Because I keep forgetting to do that. And then I've got a few to catch up on. Oh, I must have caught up. Yay, I caught up. Okay. Oh, no, I did because I forgot the last time I was there, but I also didn't work yesterday. Um, I'll check. I think we sell them by the dozen. The smallest amount is a dozen. Um, I can't remember because the last couple of there was a new salesperson asking a bunch of questions, and it was funny. Rather than putting 2 dozen on the bag, she would write 24, and it was like, you don't have to say that there are 24 crickets. We sell them by the dozen, so just say there are 2 dozen in there. But I'll have to look again. I can't remember how much they are. Let me go grab my coffee. All right, I'm back. I think I got a coffee ground floating in here. Yep, that's a lot of crickets. Which is why people are like probably saying, crickets stink because the more you keep, the more you got to take care of, and yeah. But 2 dozen crickets, or even a dozen crickets, probably doesn't last too long if it's a bigger reptile. Hi, Oscar. What you looking at? Oh, I wonder where everybody is this morning. If I got any, they last for 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jenna, I'm here. I don't know where everybody is either. I don't know. Yes, we do small, medium, and large crickets. Yeah, that would be a tough thing to do, Jenna. Sometimes it's necessary, and maybe in the future it can change, but for now, you know, she's done it too often for you to be okay with it. Good morning, Mrs. Greenthumb. How are you? I really need to clean up my rabbit pen so I can put the camera on the rabbits in the morning. But they've messed it up and I need to take the time to clean it up. Ooh, you're gardening today? I need to start a garden, even if it's in pots. I want to put them in pots because I hate weeding. and my allergies hate weeding, and we don't have good ground for gardening anyway. So I want to get some nice big pots. Oh, all you can find is small crickets there? Oh, that stinks because what we have as small crickets, they're tiny. It was pretty hot here or not today. Yesterday it was like 92 with the humidity. I don't know what today is. Let's see. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty similar right now, and it's 10:20 in the morning. Right now it is 79. Let me see. Yep, it's going to go up to about 90 today. It's going to be a hot one. Yes, Jenna loves to garden as well, Mrs. Green Thumb. I do better with animals than I do with plants because plants don't tell me when they're hungry, and out of sight, out of mind half the time. I forget about it, and I never can keep anything alive. But I'm wanting that to change. I want to have a garden, even if it's not very big, but it's gonna have to be in pots. Good morning, Bruce. But on the upside, besides weeding and watering and whatever, I don't know, at least they don't have litter boxes to clean and that kind of thing. I'm constantly cleaning up poop. Feeding, cleaning up poop, cleaning up more poop. We have bee balm, foxglove, red cardinal flower, butterfly bushes. They're still babies, and junior sunflowers that are growing. We also have a tomato garden. I miss it. There was a tomato garden here when we moved in, but it was so ugly and overgrown that we just ripped it all out. It was so overgrown. Um, like it was all just, even when they had the cages around them, they were just like drooped on the ground, and there were rotten tomatoes on the ground. And I was like, I like having tomato plants. I've had tomato plants before, but I didn't want them to be, hey, I didn't want them to be that big and ugly, so I just ripped them out.
I think maybe I was like, oh, can you hear it echo?
It sounds okay to me.
Okay, yeah, for some reason I have an echo within my headphones.
Things grow in posts, just not as well as in pots, just not as well as in the ground, and you must fertilize them more often. Yeah, okay, so there's a pro and a con.
Yeah,
What's the
maybe
best what's the best fertilizer
I
to
have
use in pots?
I have no idea. I don't usually grow stuff in pots. Like, but this year I actually do have junior sunflowers growing in pots because they can be grown in pots too.
Yeah.
But I don't put any fertilizer in them because like they're doing fine on their own.
All right, Mrs. Green Thumb, have a great day. Yeah, it was. It was, Bruce. Good morning, Stacy.
Oh yeah, like I really like for some reason with my diamond art, like there's a lot of pieces missing to it. Like there's not enough for all the colors.
Huh, yeah, they're gonna have to give you what you need for sure. And obviously, if they're gonna send you what your missing colors, they contact them again and tell them you don't have
But I'm debating how, like, if you don't have a bank account of your own, like, how do you get money back? Like, can they send you a check?
How did you pay for it?
Well, I pay on my debit card, but I don't have it anymore because since I'm not working, my bank charges like a service fee, which is like $7, and I had to close it since I can't afford the service fee right now.
Oh.
So like now I can't get any refunds. So like I don't know if they'd be able to do a check or anything,
Well,
or
I
maybe
don't know if I don't
or
know
maybe
if they're gonna.
or maybe to my PayPal.
I don't know if they're gonna refund you because you have the diamond painting and you want to complete it. They're just gonna have to keep sending you what they didn't give you when they were supposed to.
Yeah, or maybe if they feel bad about it, maybe they'll give me like a really good discount next time.
Yeah, and I don't know, even a check. I mean, you don't have an account. I don't
Well, I
know.
can cash it at like Walmart or something.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, how are you? I don't either.
Yeah. So from now on, if I
Hey,
wanna,
Oscar's chasing Jack. That was rude. Oh,
so
look.
from now on, if I wanna like cash anything or like buy stuff online, I gotta get one of those Visa gift cards until I work again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by the Visa gift cards, right?
Yes.
I used to use those all the time when I didn't have a bank account. They work pretty good. I've never had issues with one.
Hi, Shadow. How are you? Oh, man.
Are you not feeling up to being on camera right now?
Oh, I look a fright. I'm not gonna put my face on camera. I need to
My
wash
hair,
my
I still
hair.
have, there's no reason to be embarrassed. We don't care. Like, and my hair, my hair is still bedhead, so.
I have to wash my hair. I just look really tired.
Oh,
You
I'm
didn't,
sorry,
Zach?
Zach.
Oh, that's
That
sad.
stinks.
What was the job? I can't remember. Or did you say?
I don't know if you said what it was.
I don't think he did.
I think I think he said it was gonna be like 2 hours a day. Maybe I don't know if it was volunteering or not. Trying to find something.
Oh, it was welding.
Ooh.
Well, poo on them for not hiring you. That's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that.
Did they say why? Or did they just say, nope?
Yeah, some places are way too picky about who they hire. I have that. I have trouble finding work too, Zach. You're not the only one.
Oh, I do too. I'm lucky I got what I got, but I think it was just because I have such a big passion for animals that I was able to get that job. Because normally, any other job, it'll either be my lack of experience or
Yeah, but then it's like,
that my anxiety just blows the interview for me.
yeah, but then it's like, how are you supposed to get experience? You know,
Yeah. Oh,
if people never hire you.
so they would have hired you, you just turned it down?
Why'd you turn it down? Call them back, dude.
Hey,
That's what my friend Bridget told me one time. Like, she was like,
Fo.
call them back.
How
She's
you
like,
doing this morning, Fo?
Zach, I did the same thing. I turned down an offer, and my friend was like, call them back. And then I realized it wasn't for me right away, so I ended up leaving within a day anyway. That's like
I ended up doing that.
I'm gonna have the smallest paycheck ever tomorrow.
I ended up doing that with a job last year. I worked at a particular place for a week, and then I was like, I can't do it anymore. They didn't want to see me go, but I was like, I'm sorry, for my own health, I can't. Yeah, he did not want to pay. No, he did not want to pay well and no benefits. Ah, got you. So that was a wise decision. Hopefully you can find another one that pays better and will provide you benefits. Ooh,
Yeah, I was wondering why he turned it down.
Are you streaming it, Fo, or no?
Yay, now people are coming in. I was like, where was everybody?
Waking up still.
Oh, this is the card. I got this card in a set, so I have a bunch of different designs, but this is one of the cards I have. It's really cool.
Oh, cool.
See how colorful it is?
Yeah, it is colorful.
Yes, it's I got it from Hobby Lobby. I don't know if they still have it. And it came in a card set that's called Follow the Color.
Cool. Actually, I should probably I've got like some paper pumpkin boxes that I got from Stampin' Up, and I haven't even opened some of them yet. I could totally do a video of opening up these paper pumpkin boxes and putting together it does like stamps, and you can make cards or other things with them. One of them that I had opened up was basically making a calendar. Unfortunately, it's not universal, so I can't still use it. It was for a certain year. So I was kind of sad. I was kind of sad about that. I'm like, I put all my time and effort into making these, and they're so pretty, and I can't use them anymore now.
Oh no! I'm surprised you didn't check beforehand.
Well, the paper pumpkin, you get it's basically a surprise. You don't know what's in it until you open it.
Oh, okay. So it's like a blind. It's one of those like blind bags or something.
Yeah, it's basically a monthly. You pay like, I think it's usually about $12 or something per box, and I had a monthly subscription to it or whatever to get a box every month. So I have a bunch of boxes that I have yet to open, so I could like do a video of opening them up and doing them on camera and stuff. I was actually a distributor for a while for them, so I was getting a discount on my paper pumpkin, and I have a bunch of stamps and other things that I got while I was a distributor. It was the best time for me to get stuff because it was all on it was all discounted. And I miss doing it. I did it for a little while. I was able to meet the minimum requirements and to keep going, but then 1 month I couldn't meet the minimum requirement in sales. So I'm not a distributor anymore, but I would love to be.
Oh, why didn't you meet the requirements anymore?
I didn't make enough in sales.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically, and I can't carry it myself. I can't because you need every 3 months. I think it was like between $300 and $500 in sales. And I can't do that myself. And if people aren't buying, then I'm just not going to meet the requirement. So
I'll be right back. I want to try and fix this echo I'm hearing because it's within my headphones.
Okay. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning, Kathleen. Good morning, Sandra. How is everybody this morning? You're gonna go look at another job. Cool. Let us know how that goes, Zach. Sleepy.
It is. I still hear it, but you said you. Oh,
Yeah, I don't really hear it. Do you guys hear an echo?
do you all hear it echo? Because there's one within my headphones, and I don't know how to fix it. Must be some kind of feedback. Oh, there it is. I think I fixed it. I think I fixed it. It's not as bad, no. Yeah, it's gonna be 85 for the high today.
It's gonna be 90 here.
Yeah, it's not gonna get.
Ooh, Zach, it's out at a ranch. I would love to work at a ranch, although I think I wouldn't be able to handle the physicality of it, I think.
Is the echo gone? Or is it back now?
I don't hear it.
Preston can't hear it, so.
Zach said he can't hear it. 90s for you guys too. Wow, yeah, it's getting hot. Summer's here.
Yeah, that was cool that Cab was on Nike's panel again.
Yep, that was pretty cool.
He wasn't talking much though. He was a little quiet.
There was a lot of talking going on the panel, so it's hard to talk when there's a lot going on, because I was pretty quiet too.
Yeah, because you don't want to like interrupt too much.
Yep. The more people that are up, the harder it is to, for everybody to get to say anything.
That's why I actually like smaller like channels, because well, not smaller channels, but you know what I mean, like
Smaller panels, smaller
yeah,
chat.
like smaller groups, because then you can actually because I don't like when it gets up to like 500, because then people can't even see you in there.
Huh. See, it's not an echo I'm hearing. It's more of it's just kind of garbled. Like, what's the word I'm
Yeah,
looking
I don't know what's wrong with it.
I don't know. Do you want on this panel, Crystal? I can send you the link.
Sorry about.
Yeah. Fo agrees with you, Jenna. Huge panels, giant group chats, there's a lot going on. It's busy.
Yeah, because you can't even see anyone.
And I feel that way with, even if they don't have a panel, if they've got like a buttload of people in the chat, it moves so fast.
Yeah, you can't even type.
I feel like why bother saying anything, because if I'm saying anything to the host, the chance of them even seeing what I wrote is slim to none. So it's like it's a lot more impersonal the bigger the chats get. Because I've been in one where I'm like, hey, and nobody says anything, and I'm like, okay, but nobody, absolutely nobody saw, like, even if the host didn't, nobody else in the chat saw what I said. Like, just completely, woo, right over their heads. So I don't like. I'm not necessarily the kind of person who likes to be noticed. I don't want to be necessarily the center of attention, but to be acknowledged is always nice. And if you're going to feel invisible in a chat, why even bother? Like half the time I lurk in those because there's no point in saying anything because you're basically lurking anyway. Oh, you were trying to get into Nikes and you couldn't.
Yeah, it got full really fast.
Yeah, it did.
It's gonna be really hot on Comic Con day. It's gonna be like 88.
Yeah.
At least I'll be inside with AC. Hopefully the convention center better have AC during the summer.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
Cause like I normally only go to this one during the winter, cause like the anime convention, I go to a different convention in February, so like that February is still cold, so I never had to worry about AC.
Yeah.
Like this is the first time I'm going to a different convention here.
Cool.
Like, cause I always go to Anime Milwaukee at the Wisconsin Center, and like this is the first time I'm going to this one, even though but it's at the same place though.
Zach asked if your headphones were Bluetooth, and then Fo said, "Can you configure the mic volume? Sometimes when I game, if my mic volume is too high, it will cause an echo."
No, it's not too high.
See, it's not.
I don't know how to.
Not an echo.
I don't know how to configure it.
It's more of a gravelly sound or whatever, like a whatever when you speak. I don't know.
It went away for a second.
Oh, I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
It's completely clear now. All I hear is your voice.
I finally got more wax.
Oh no, it's garbly again. Oh, you got more wax?
Yeah, I don't know how I was doing it before.
I don't know either. I'm still waiting for my diamond painting. Every time the mail comes, I'm like eager to get out there, and it's never there.
Okay, it's not that bad. Okay,
No,
good.
it's not.
Let me know if it gets too bad, and I'll try to look up how to like fix it.
Actually, it sounds really good right now. Like it comes and goes.
Yeah, I guess maybe my headphones are getting older because I've had them for a few years now. But they shouldn't be that bad if they're only like 4 years old, you know?
Yeah, especially when they're expensive, they should last a little longer.
Yeah, because these were like 70, so. I paid an arm and a leg for this one.
Yeah, I don't have earphones like that at all. All I've got is earbuds.
Yeah, mine are wireless, because that way I can use them outside too.
Yeah, my son got himself a hat with Bluetooth headphones in them so that he could sleep with them because he can't sleep with regular earphones in, and one of his sets broke when he was trying to sleep with them in, and so he went and bought this. It's a Bluetooth headset in a hat, and he can sleep with that on, and so that he can listen to ASMR or whatever when he's going to sleep and not disturb his stepbrother because they share a room.
Oh, that's really sweet of him.
So, yeah.
That was really nice of him. I got a mail the letter today. This could be really hard, but like it's for the best. And like she when I told her that I don't want to hang out anymore at all outside of church, because at first we agreed that we could still go to church once in a while,
Yeah.
but then we both decided not to go to church anymore together.
You're still going to the same one, though,
So,
right? I mean, you're still going to be both there. You're just not going to sit together.
well, she says she's gonna visit different churches because you don't have to go to the same one all the time.
No, you don't have to go to the same one, but even if you do, just don't sit together.
Oh yeah, like, well, we can be civil with each other. We're just not
Yeah.
hanging out anymore.
Yeah.
Like, so even if we were to sit in the same like spot, because like my friend Colleen also knows her, so like, and I'll probably want to sit by Colleen because like I don't want to sit by myself. And like I've known Colleen for quite a few years. Like, do you think it's
That's
weird
good.
that I have older friends?
No. Nope.
Like, cause like Colleen is around your age, I think.
I don't think it's weird. I have younger friends. Like I said, I worked with somebody who was only she was 23, I think, at the time. And
Yeah, as long as they're over
yeah, and
as long as they're over
her
18, I don't think it's weird.
yeah, we got along really well. We even hung out a couple of times outside of work, and um I found it a little weird when I found out her father was only a few years older than me. I'm closer in age to her father than I am to her, but that doesn't matter. When you're adults, age matters a lot less.
Yeah, as long as you're 18 and older, it's not weird.
Yep.
Even if you're a youngin' like me, like you just gotta be safe about it too. If you're
And
hanging out with
and like
older people.
I'm like one of those cool moms that gets along with my teenagers friends, their teenage friends. We can talk. One of my daughter's friends wanted to go to a movie with me once, just me and her. I'm cool mom. I felt a little weird about that at one point. I'm like, she really wants to go to a movie with me? How sweet of her. She was very sweet.
Hmm. I'm
Hey,
cleaning out.
average girl, how are you doing?
I'm cleaning out my
I'm
email
sorry
right
you're
now.
not getting a notification. What? What'd you say, Jenna?
Oh, I was saying I'm cleaning out my email right now.
Bella, you gotta come over here. I don't have long arms like that. You gotta come over here if you want lifted. You're on the very opposite side of the couch from where I'm sitting. You're doing? You're doing. Oh, I gotta work today. I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta work Saturday, and I gotta work all day Sunday, all day.
That's why I only like doing part time.
Well, I'm technically part time because when I work during the week, all I'm doing, or even on Saturday, I'm only working for like 4 or 5 hours ish.
Oh, you just do a lot more days than I do.
Yeah, so I only get 2 days off a week, but a lot of them are short shifts. Sunday's my longest one, which will end up being close to 11 hours.
Uh huh.
Which, of course, when I got my paycheck, my husband goes, I like those paychecks better when you work on Sunday. And I'm like, I'm sure you do. I just don't like working Sunday. The paycheck is nice and it's got 11 more hours on it.
Mm-hmm.
All my animals are doing good, Kathleen. They're doing good. Everybody seems well. Everybody's good. The cat is getting my attention right now. Bella wants up on the couch and I can't reach her. You need to come over here. You need to come over here. I can't lift you from there. Or you jump. She can get up on the couch by herself. She thinks she can't, but I've seen her do it. She's just staring at me like, lift me, lift me. You're too far away. You need to come here if you want lifted, or you got to jump up yourself. She's looking at me like, are you joking? Did you kick them out? Kick who out? Who's kicked out? Oh, because M's cleaning the house while the Hubs and the dog are gone. Well, see, don't bark at me if you're not. Come here.
Oh my goodness.
She's starting to yell at me. Lift me, mother. Lift me. Come here. Okay. Now you're up. Now you're up. Are you happy? It's so funny. The cat is taller than Bella.
Aw.
You're so small, Bella. She weighs more than the cat, but the cat is taller. It's just because Bella's got short little legs. Right, Shadow? Got short legs. And I got to get somebody to hold on to the guinea pigs so I can give them a nail trim. They desperately need a nail trim. Their nails are long. But I can't do it alone because they're very, very squirmy.
Oh, hey, Passion, is this how you write? Like when someone lives in an apartment building, like how do you write the apartment number on the envelope? Like
I
you
would
put it below the street name.
put it on the same line as the street name, like right at the end. Like put the street name and then the apartment number right after it.
I'll have to redo it then.
That's what I do. I mean, it probably doesn't matter, but that's what I do. Yep, it's Shadow rubbing up on me. Oreo is in Ian's room. I feel bad that she's always in there, but she, for some reason, when she is out in the rest of the house, I don't know if she feels anxiety over Brinley or what it is, but she refuses to use the litter box. She always goes to the bathroom on the kitchen floor all the time. And it's driving my husband crazy to the point where he doesn't even want to keep her. So I was like, in lieu of getting rid of her, she just has to hang out in Ian's room. And we've got a litter box in there that he takes care of, and I take care of when he's not here. And she uses the litter box. I don't know what it is about her being in the rest of the house. She will potty on the floor. And while she's in his room, even though she's not getting the interaction a lot, which I'll go in there and hang out with her occasionally, but that room is the only place that she will use the litter box. The rats are actually going to get put together today or tomorrow. I might actually, after this live, I might get them out. After I wash my hair and all of that, I might get them out and introduce them, and I'll record it. I'll introduce them and stuff because I want to introduce them in a neutral territory before I put them in the cage together, because that's been Raina's cage now for a couple of weeks. And I don't want to just put Riley in there and Raina be like, "Who the hell are you? Why are you in here?" So I want to introduce them together in a neutral area first, let them check each other out, and then put her in and see how they do. Riley is still sneezing a little bit, but the vet did say that if anything, it's either viral or there's no medicine for a viral infection. or it's just nasal irritation. She's sensitive to smells or something, like sensitive to some aromas or whatever, and it just makes her sneeze. And if it's viral and Raina gets it, it's just something that's just going to have to happen, I guess. It's not bacterial because she said just keep your eye open for any discharge from the eyes or the nose, which hasn't happened. And she said if that doesn't happen by this time, we can go ahead and put them together. So, yep. And I do feel like Riley is getting plumper. I picked her up yesterday and I feel like she is getting plump. So, I don't know if it's just my imagination or if she really is going to have babies, but we'll see. Hopefully the babies will be safe. If she gives birth to them in the cage, hopefully they will be safe since Raina will be in there too. But we do have a few hides in there, so there's a couple of tunnels and a hammock and another little hide or whatever. So there's definitely enough places for them to hide. Yeah, if we have babies, I'm not quite sure what we're gonna do. The vet tech that we saw before the vet actually came in, she used to have rats and she loves rats and just, just loved all over them and everything. And one guy came in, he does the teeth trimming when they need their teeth trimmed for whatever, if they overgrow or whatever. And I said to the vet tech, so if she does have babies, do you want any? She goes, I might. But
Yay.
depending on how many she has, and if she has a couple of girls, I might just keep them. We would have to come up with another cage, but um, yeah, it depends on how. Like, we're gonna have to find homes once we know how many we're working with. But I definitely don't want, like, because Ian's worried about rehoming because he's scared that somebody's gonna want to use them as feeders or something like that. And I said, well, you got to be very picky about who they're going to. And if they can't show you an enclosure that they're going to keep them in, and if it's not the appropriate size, then don't do it. If you're not comfortable when you're talking to them, if you're not comfortable, if you get a bad vibe off of them, don't don't let them have them. So, which is what I did with the guinea pigs. When the guy couldn't tell me that he could provide the appropriate size cage, like he tried to tell me, well, it's 2 levels and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, the levels don't matter. It has to be the main level has to be a certain size, and it has to be that certain size on the floor, like on the first level. One level has to be that size, not vertically. It has to be horizontally. And since he didn't have that, he didn't write me back. So I was like, well, he didn't have the appropriate size enclosure. All right, Kathleen, have a good day. So, yeah. No, I'm glad you asked me that, Crystal, because it is the day has come that I said that I was gonna introduce them to each other and um try and get them introduced into this. And I said I would record it so that Ian can see. I mean, I could post the video too, but I definitely, since Ian isn't here, I wanted him to be able to see his babies being introduced and put together. So it should be interesting. I'm kind of trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. I probably can just sit around I have a guinea pig playpen or whatever, and rats can climb, but hopefully if I sit there with the playpen, hopefully they won't try and get out. I don't think Riley would be a problem. Raina is a little more skittish, but I'm hoping that with me sitting there observing them, that they'll just stay inside and check each other out. And I'll put a hide in there and or a couple of hides to see if they want to hide or if they want to. I don't want to force them to be in front of each other's faces. I want them to do it on their own terms.
to put them in the space with a couple of hides and let them, go see each other as they want.
Yep. What happens if they don't get along?
If they don't get along, he's just going to have to figure out how to keep them separate. I mean, for the time being, Riley has been in a Rubbermaid bin. So, which isn't ideal because she can't climb and she can't, that kind of thing. And the airflow isn't as good, which is not going to be that great for her respiratory. But, you got to do what you got to do. We'll have to figure something out. But it should be okay. I mean, they're both babies, so they're young enough that they should be able to get along okay.
Grow up and get along.
I'm sure that when Raina was in the pet store, she was housed with other rats, and I know Riley was, so it should be okay. It should be.
Hopefully, since they're young enough, they'll get along.
Yeah, and they're close to the same age, too. It would have been a lot different if one of them was already an adult and one of them was a baby, because you don't want the adult to be a bully or anything like that. So, and they're the same gender, so that'll help. If it was males, it would be a lot tougher, because males are territorial. But being that they're both females, it should be okay. Got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I'm gonna get new headphones that have like an extended mic, because I found Logitech ones, like, because on the actual Logitech website, like, they have them for $70, but at Walmart they're a lot cheaper. At Walmart they're only like 30 something, because like Walmart usually sells them for cheaper.
Mhm.
So like I'll get a big discount like at Walmart getting them, and then that way I can get them right away.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll be in stock when I go.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, sorry for the crackling, guys. I can't help it.
And it's all right. It's not a big deal.
Oh, did I put the wax in right?
I think so. As long as it's in there, it should be fine. You just pushed it on.
Yeah, all I did was push it on the wax square,
yep.
And it went in. So.
Yep. That should be
fine.
It's
not sticking out too much, so I put in enough.
Oh.
Yep.
Sleepy.
I had to Google my friend's address because I didn't write it down. Like, because I knew what apartments she was in, so I had to Google her apartments. Because I'd always write everybody's address down.
Yeah.
I'm still one of those people that mail cards a lot. I like mailing people cards.
See, Blue has Blue has been. He went into the head a little bit earlier, and then he came back out. I was like, "Uh-oh, is he going to hibernate again?" And then he came back out.
Oh wait, there he is.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna try to find something other than DLive to stream on my phone.
DLive is very confusing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and find something else to stream on my phone on Saturday. So hopefully I can find something else because I want
Yeah,
to live stream
I
from
would
my
still
phone.
try. I would still try Instagram too.
Yeah, I'll probably. It won't be a very long one. Like I'm just gonna do like a short stream.
Yeah.
So I'll let you know what if I find something else to use. So
Okay.
that way you can join me over there if you want.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, I want to get this working so I can mobile stream outside or whatever, but my connection is so bad. Even if I could do it, I couldn't do it because of the stupid connection. Oh, there's a Periscope too. YouNow, yep. A lot. There are some YouTubers that use YouNow,
Oh yeah, I know. I just haven't. I
and you
haven't
can
gotten one
and you
yet.
can link and you can actually link YouNow to Facebook, to YouTube. I've seen them streaming on YouTube, but they're using YouNow, and so they can't see. The bad thing about that is if you're streaming it to YouTube, anybody chatting in YouTube, the person cannot see the chat. They can only see the YouNow chat, not the YouTube chat. So there would be a lot of people asking this person questions and he can't see them because he's not on YouTube. He's on YouNow. But there's always a message, like it's just their stupidity, because there's always a message that pops up that says, I am streaming with YouNow. I cannot see YouTube chat. But people still ask him questions and then get angry when he's not answering. I'm like, people, read. Bo has used Periscope.
I'm going to Comic Con around noon. So
That's exciting. I wanted to go to, and I might still be able to, but now that I have a job and I work on the weekends, possibly I can't. I might be able to ask for it off just because it's not so close. It's not as close to my vacation as it would have been. Because I'm going on vacation to visit my family at the beginning of August, and it was going to be in August that this other event was going to happen.
ooh,
And
what is it?
Aquashella.
Is it like a fish people thing?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
So I
cool.
wanted to go to that. There was one in Dallas, and I obviously, because I live so far away, I didn't go to that, but there's one that's going to happen now. It was supposed to be in August. Now they've changed it to the end of September. So
Oh no.
I'm hoping that because it's not in August, that I can request a couple of like Friday and Saturday or whatever. It's going to be, yeah, in September, in Chicago, and I'm a lot closer to there, and I can drive and hang out there and record some stuff or whatever. But we'll have to see. I might not be able to,
Tessin,
but
if you go, let me know because I totally meet up with you in Chicago.
oh, that would be cool. Now, of
Like,
course, my husband wants to go too because he doesn't want me to go alone. And I'm
that's
like, you
good.
know, because well, he knows that there's going to be other YouTubers there, and he's got this thing where you can't trust everybody, you can't trust anybody. So, but I'm like, it's not just going to be YouTubers there. It's a popular event. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be okay. But he doesn't want me to go by myself. So.
Yeah, because if I have a job by then, or Social Security by then, because do you know how long it takes to get Social Security?
I have not the foggiest idea.
Okay, like, because I don't know how soon it kicks in if you get accepted. I think it takes a few weeks, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Crystal's gonna go. Says she's going to Aquashella in September. So if I go, hopefully I can see Crystal there. But yeah, I want to be able to go to that event and see all the vendors and see all the fish and just hang out. And I think it would be a lot of fun. But we'll have to see. It helps now that it's moved to the end of September, because if it was still going to be in August, it would have been too close to my vacation, and I didn't want to ask for a week and a half off for work for my vacation and then ask for a weekend off for Aquashella in the same month. So now that it's at the end of September, it's a little further away from my vacation, that hopefully they'll be okay with me taking a couple of days so I can do that.
Okay.
Hi, Oscar. He's staring at us. Blue blends into the background there. Oh, Zach said, "Be right back." Okay, Zach. I missed that.
I was reading something.
I heard you whispering.
I don't know if you could hear what I said, but I was whispering.
Oh, I didn't hear what you were saying. I just heard you whispering.
Did it sound creepy?
No. Nope.
I was like, blah, 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 blah.
It could be ASMR.
I was like, ASMR. It was like unintentional ASMR.
Rob 93's wife had the baby. Oh, was it a boy or girl? Was it a boy or a girl? I'm gonna have to go to his channel and say congrats. I bet you he's so excited.
I was like unintentional ASMR.
Yep. Oh, he had a girl. Oh, he's
It's
gonna
so
have
cute
a
when they have.
daddy girl.
For some reason, I find it so cute when people have girls for their first baby.
I wanted to have a girl, but I'm really happy I had a boy. I'm really happy I had my boy. I love him. I was going to be happy no matter what, but I did want to have a girl. I did want to have a girl because I knew exactly what I wanted to call her and everything like that. But because there's a lot of boys on my ex's side of the family, everybody was having boys. I'm like, since it is the guys, are who decide, what you're having. I knew I was going to be having a boy, and I did. Now on my side, if the women decided, if moms decided who they were having, I would have had a girl, because there are a lot of girls on my mom. My mom only had girls. Even my dad was, he was one boy, and he had three sisters. So there was a lot of girls on my side, but my side doesn't get to decide. It was the man's side that gets to decide, and there were a lot of boys. So, I mean, his brother did have one girl, but other than that, there's boys everywhere. I mean, my ex-father-in-law had brothers, and he did have one sister, but the majority of the kids were boys. So I was doomed to have a boy. Now, that being said, my other brother-in-law, finally, after years and years of trying, they finally had a baby, and he had a girl. And I'm like, how did you create a girl when your brothers only can create boys?
I'll be right back. I wanna water the garden real quick.
Okay.
Cause it's gonna be so hot. Like I don't want the ground to get too dry.
Yeah.
Cause
actually, I could go and get the playpen out for the rats and turn the camera from the fish onto the rats.
Mm.
We can watch them bond.
Good, that'd be neat.
My dad had 5 brothers and 2 sisters. Yeah, see? Well, then, and then on my mom's side, one of her sisters had 5 kids, and out of those 5 kids, she only had 1 girl.
I'll be
And the
right back
girl.
in a little bit.
Okay.
I don't
And
know.
the girl.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and the girl was the oldest. She is the oldest, and then all she had was brothers after that. Uh, but she's got 4. I think she's got 4 kids now of her own. Either that or she's got 5 now. I can't remember. The oldest girl has kids of her own, and she's got a couple of boys and a couple of girls. So she's kind of split, or whatever. So that's always good that she's got. And I knew she was going to have a lot of kids because she came from a big family. So I knew that, being the oldest, she was so used to taking care of her siblings that she was going to have a bunch of kids herself. All right, Jenna. Welcome back, Zach. I was thinking of going and grabbing the playpen and introducing the 2 rats because it is, we are able to put them together now, but they need to have a little bit of an experience together in a neutral territory. So I was going to set up the playpen and let them check each other out. And what I can do is take the camera off of the fish and put it on them so we can watch them check each other out if you guys want. Okay, so I think I'm going to actually enjoy the devotions that I'm doing in the morning that I'm posting. I've posted 2 days now of devotionals. I think I'm going to enjoy doing that because it's good for me. It encourages me to keep up on my devotions, and it could do good for somebody else. So I did my second one this morning, and I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good. Today's devotion was on forgiveness. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy it, I think. I mean, I know I'm a pet channel, but why not throw something else in there? I don't have to be exclusively pets, you know. That's the majority of what I focus on is pets, but why not throw something else in there that's going to be good for people? You want to see them? Okay, I'm going to get the playpen out. And yeah, it should be, hi, it should be good. There's so much hay. So much hay. I'm going to get this out. Trying to get this playpen that's kind of in the guinea pig cage from going behind. And there's so much hay here that it's hard to get out. I got it though. All right. I don't think I need the other one. This might be big enough. I'll get it together. I put it together so that it can't get out. Catch it. Come on.
There we go. That's what I needed to do. All right, I'm gonna go and get them. I wish I had something to put underneath so they're not directly on the floor. Could possibly put heat pads down. Put some heat pads down on the floor so they don't have to be directly on the wooden floor. And then move the camera. I get this all set up. Right. Play pen. There's going to be a little bit of floor, but not too bad. I'm going to go upstairs and grab them. Actually, I'll put the camera on. I'll go ahead and I'll put the camera on them on the spot, and then I'll go and get them. So just give me a second, guys. Takes a little bit of preparation. Not every day you do some bonding exercise. I remember when I did the bonding with the rabbits. That took some time as well. That'll work. There we go. So that's where they're going to be. And I will be right back, guys. I'll go get them. All right, I'm getting some hide tunnels here for them. But it's going to be challenging to get Raina out. She's in her hammock right now. So I'm going to take out Riley and put her on my shoulder, and then I'm going to try and take out Raina. So we'll see how this goes. But I'm not going to leave. I don't want to leave Riley on the floor here by herself. I know you guys can watch her, but you can't do anything if she gets out. So right, guys, I got a post. Got a post. Raina's pumped up a little bit. So here we got Raina. And here we got Riley. Let's see how it goes. Bella. Well, they're checking each other out. Oh, the tunnel scared her a bit. I think one of them already peed on the floor a little bit. Let me grab my phone so I can see the chat, you guys. I want to sit nearby so I can rescue anybody if they need rescuing. I actually have another playpen too, so that I could make it even bigger. But I didn't think that they needed a bigger space than this. Hey, Shadow. You're gonna make Riley, or not Riley, you're gonna make Raina very nervous. I think they're both nervous right now. All right, you guys, let them be. Aren't they sweet? I gotta turn on the AC, guys. I'm really hot. But Raina was in her hammock. It's a tunnel, but it's a hammock that hangs on the top of the cage. And she wasn't going to come out, so I had to unclip it and basically dump her out so I could get her. All right. Cat is very interested. Hey, Shadow. Leave them alone. See, now they're both hiding. But they, I wanted them to have that option because chances are they might even do this in the cage. They might have nothing to do with each other for a little while and just hide out. And that's okay. As long as they're not fighting and trying to kill each other, it's a success. Look at this. Dog and the cat are both like, ooh, what's in here? What's in here? This is how I bonded the guinea pigs as well. Put them in the playpen together, let them hang out and check each other out. Bonding the rabbits was a little bit more complex. I had to start off with stress bonding in a really tight situation and where they were stressed out and their automatic reaction is to snuggle. And then gradually move them up. Look, she's checking out the cat. Which is very, very good that Shadow is just watching because she has caught mice in our house before. And granted, Riley is bigger than a mouse, but I don't want Shadow's instinct to be that she has to capture her. Oh, she's going in the same tunnel as Raina. Raina came out the same pen that Riley was at. So this is good. This is good. So they really don't care about each other at this point. They'll pass by each other, but they're not really caring. She's checking her out.
Have they not been together yet?
Nope. They're in the tube together and it's rolling. That's funny. But the fact that they're sharing a space, that's really good. Bella's just like loves it. She's like checking out Raina and wagging her tail. This is good. This is positive stuff, you guys. That they could be in the same space and not really care that there's someone else there. They're just doing their own thing. They can pass by each other and not care. No scuffles. I mean, at some point they're gonna have a disagreement, and they'll have to work it out. But a little scuffling isn't a horrible thing, so long as they're not drawing blood. I mean, even my dogs will play fight, and they're not hurting each other. So the same thing can be said for the rats, that they can play fight, or even fight if they're having a disagreement, but not to the point of inflicting injury. You want a rat? They're such good pets. They're such good pets. They're very intelligent. These girls have to learn some things because they are babies, so they still have a lot they can learn. But hi, sweet girl. But they are highly intelligent. And I feel like it's easier than having a hamster or a guinea pig because they don't have a very large, they have a large feeding, they can eat a lot of different things. Whereas rabbits and guinea pigs and hamsters, um, they have a lot of restrictions. So rats, they can hang out with you, whereas hamsters and guinea pigs, they want to be more left alone. They're more, you can pick them up on occasion to hand tame them and things like that. Somebody pooped. But for the most part, they're observational, just watching their behaviors and things like that. The rabbits are more observational. They're not ones they'll bond with you and they'll spend time with you, but they don't want to be picked up and restrained. Whereas rats, when you spend a lot of time with them and bond with them, they like to hang out with you, sit on your shoulder, hang out with you. Whereas the guinea pigs and the rabbits, they're like, the hamsters, just put me back in my enclosure and leave me be. Shadow is giving you anxiety. She's just watching. Right now, she's behind the camera just watching them. Riley's behind the tunnel right now, having a bath. That's how much she cares about this whole situation. And if you could see Raina close up, she's got a different coat type. Her hair is different than Riley's. Not only is she a different color, but her hair is almost, it's a little bit longer. It doesn't lay flat. Oh, Raina just totally, while Riley was washing herself, she just totally walked underneath her. Just like, I'm coming through. And Riley didn't care. That is good. But Riley's hair lays flat. They're in the same tunnel. And Raina's is a little bit more crazy. It doesn't lay flat. It's kind of like almost got a wave to it. And it stands up in spaces. She looks fuzzier. Super cute. Totally different hair type on her hair. Another poop. You're doing so well. I'm impressed. I'm really happy. I'm really happy by this. I'm going to take a separate recording with the phone that I'm looking at the chat with. I'm going to take a separate recording for Ian Give me a second, guys. If you hear me narrating completely different, that's what I'm doing is sending it to Ian. Hey Ian, your girls are bonding. Doing really well. Hey, Ian. And they're not really caring too much about each other. They've been in separate hives. They've been in together. And they're just doing really well. So far so good. Oh, well, Riley's like messing with her a little bit. That's okay. Worked it out. It's done. All good. I'm looking close to the end. All right. A little bit of a video for Ian. I'm going to send that to him. They did have a little bit of a Riley was kind of like messing with her with her feet, messing with Raina, and they worked it out. All the Raina keeps poking her head out, watching what Riley is doing. Bella just pushed on her. Bella likes to push on the playpen when I had the guinea pigs in the playpen for floor time and stuff. She will push on the playpen to try and get some poop. And she likes to eat the poop. They are curious. Shadow wants to bond with them too, so does Bella. They're curious. Look at that. She's like, I did check out the cat. Good girl, Shadow. Good that you're just watching. Good, good. I would be a little bit more worried if I had pet mice. I would worry because Shadow has caught mice before in our house. But this is different. They're bigger and they'll just continuously get bigger. For her, they're just tiny guinea pigs right now, and she doesn't bother the guinea pigs at all. Guinea pigs, neither of our guinea pigs have roots on their enclosures. It's basically like this, where there's no top. And Shadow or Oreo have been known to jump in with them, but not to do them any harm, just to kind of hang out with them. It's like I have a picture of Shadow, or not Shadow, I have a picture of Oreo hanging out in the guinea pig's bed. I'm like, that's not your bed. What are we doing in the tunnel, guys? Oh, I can't see. Get out. And she's so curious. Wouldn't have necessarily hurt them, but I don't want her to make them nervous because she is still a predator to them. Even though they were, willing to sniff and check out. I think Riley is kind of playing with her, Raina. This is something they could get out of this if they wanted to. Yep, you can get out if you want to, huh? Yeah. I see, girl. Hi, what are you doing? You need to get down. Down, little miss. Come here, little monkey. Yeah, I think they're playing in that tunnel. There's nothing, if they were hurting each other, we'd hear squeaking. We would hear a problem of somebody getting hurt. washing her face. Riley is washing her face. Time for another bath. Hey, Nina. Hi, Nina. Oh, look. It's a Bella. So cute. I have seen rats of the yeah, same coloring as Riley in our feeders, and it makes me so sad. And some that have even cuter, like very cute patterns, and it just kills me that they're feeders. One of the favorites that I had earlier in the week, or last week, the end of last week, had a bunch of new feeders and we had babies that were smaller than these guys, and there were such cute patterns. And then the next day when I came in, that one with the cutest pattern I'd ever seen, where he had like patches over his eyes, he was no longer in there, and it made me really sad because I knew he'd come dinner for a reptile, and it makes me sad. I really wanted to take him home. Or her. I think, I can't remember if it was a boy or a girl. I can typically flip them over and tell. Even before the balls drop on the boys, there's a slight difference in what they look like underneath. So, hey, Nina. Yeah, they're about the same size-ish. Um, you are a little monkey. You're a little monkey. So yeah, since they're around the same size, we are estimating that they're around the same age, which is good. We wanted them to be around the same age. Oh, Ian got the video I sent. And yay. Oh, we had a little scuffle. A little bit of a scuffle. There we go. I think they're playing. Having a scuffle. Little scuffle. Come on, guys. Be nice to each other. They like to get right back in there and scuffle each other. But neither one was squeaking, neither one is hurt. So the only time that I would really worry is if someone was squeaking. Play. Down, little miss. Get down too. Nope, get down. We're not climbing out. We're not climbing out. Yeah, you want the tunnel? Is that it? Get down. Yep, they can get out of here if they want. They were left unattended. We have to skate first. Look at that. She's like very insistent on getting out. Woo! She's a monkey. I gotta be on my game with her. Riley's just, like checking things out a little bit. She's like, I'm leaving. Raina's like, I'm leaving. I'm out of this joint. Blowing this pop stand. Whoa, girly. Okay. I gotta pay attention to this. Oh, the tunnel rolled over the poop. I think I may just still keep them separate when I go to work, just because I want to be able to observe them in the cage once I put them together. I don't, since Ian's not here, I don't want to assume that this was a complete success. I mean, it looks successful, but I don't want to assume it's a complete success and put them in the cage together and then be gone for hours and not watching them and come back and somebody's dead or severely injured or, you know, whatever. I want to make sure that once they are in the cage together, that all is well. The same time, same tunnel. It all looks like it's going well. I'm impressed. I'm happy. Impressed and happy that it's going well. Hey, don't eat that pea pad. Oh, she like jumps. She doesn't climb up, she jumps up. Did you see that? I'm getting out. Out of here. Good morning, Just a Girl. How are you? We're doing some rat bonding, and Raina wants to get out. The first time together. Stay in. Stay in. They're doing really well. Really well together so far. Climbing on each other. Yeah. No, gotta stay in. Gotta stay in there. She's a lot more Raina, the gray one, is a lot more squirmy than Riley is. A lot more timid and she's really quick. She's poking her head over the side, just like Raina is. But Raina is like, I'm coming all the way out. I'm not just peeking. Oh, what are we doing? Look at what she's doing with the pea pad. She's trying to make a nest. She is rearranging the room. We're rearranging. You didn't like the pea pad there? You need to stay in, little girl. Rearranging the room. Didn't like that there. Crazy. Crazy. Hi, you gotta stay in. You gotta stay in. Everybody stay in. Playtime. Get to know your neighbor. We're doing the get to know your neighbor bit. Yeah, see? Get to know your neighbor. Standing on her. How are you standing on her? Hi. Pick it up. Woo! That was fast. Nope. Gotta stay in. She really wants to leave. But I would never find her again if she got out because she would find a place to hide. And there are way too many places to hide. Many places. Hi. Actually, her coat type is a little different in the way that she doesn't feel necessarily quite as soft. She's got more of a coarse coat that doesn't lay flat, this one, than Riley does. Riley wants to chew on my ring. Am I in the shot now? Yeah, not too bad. All right. I think we're gonna put some rats away. Put them away. So I'll be right back, guys. All right. Go ahead and put them up. Went ahead and put them up. And let me put this back on fish. So they're still in separate. I did put them together because, like I said, I want to be able to watch them when I put them in the cage together. And I don't feel comfortable not being home when I do that. So I will just wait for now and
I think that was pretty successful. Yeah, they are getting along pretty well. They had a little bit of, they played a little bit. It was hard to tell if it was fighting or playing, but nobody got hurt, and that's what I was looking for. You need to be able to stay out of it if they do scuffle, because they're going to need to be able to work out their own differences without hurting each other. The only time I would really step in is if they were hurting each other, and nobody was making any noise. They were just, playing a little bit. So, but Raina was starting to get really antsy about getting out. So that's why I decided that this was enough for now. And I can do it a little bit more later. And maybe a couple more times of this just to make sure that they're good before they go in the cage. So, and then I fed them when I put them back. So, just a little bit of rat bonding. That I think was fairly successful. My awful floor in the background too. I'm watching a little bit of because the feed on my phone was a little bit behind, so my floor is terrible, but it's unfinished hardwood. We ripped up the carpet recently, within the last month, so its floor needs a little bit of attention. But welcome back, Sandra. Were you here for the rat bonding session? I had both Raina and Riley out and in a little playpen, and they were checking each other out. I think it was pretty successful. They're still not in the cage together because I'm not comfortable putting them in there and then being gone for hours at work. I want to be able to put them in and sit and watch them for a little bit, for a little while, make sure all is well when I do that. I don't want to put them in and then be gone. So, well, it you can back up the live a little bit if you want, or watch it a little bit later. I just put them back. Um, so it hasn't been, they were out for probably, I don't know, how long would you say they were out? 15 minutes maybe. And then I went and put them back because Reno kept trying to climb out of the playpen. All right, Zach, talk with you later. Have a good day. But I think they did very well together. They did very well. So that's positive. That's a positive thing. They'll probably do well in the cage as well, but like I said, I don't want to put them in and then be gone to work, because then anything can happen and no one is here to be aware of it. I want to be able to put them in and sit and watch to see that they're going to be okay together, because right now that's Raina's space and I don't want her to feel like she needs to defend it. when I do put them in together, I want to be able to make sure that all is well. And observe how they do together. But in this neutral territory, they did well. One of the next steps will be to watch them in the cage together and see how they do. But Raina decided that she did not like that pee pad, or not Raina, Riley decided she did not like that pee pad where it was and decided to redecorate a little bit. She pulled it over. It was pretty funny. They are very, very sweet girls. Very sweet girls. Yeah. Oh, Oscar and Jack are getting into it a little bit. So yeah, there's Blue. Blue is out, guys. They are very cute. Definitely very cute. They do have different coat types, I noticed. Raina's is a little bit more coarse and it sticks up. It's almost got a wave to it. She looks frizzier, like she's a bit of a frizzier coat. Whereas Riley feels a little bit softer and her coat lays flat. So it's pretty cool that they've got different coat types and yeah. I think Raina is definitely a little bit more adventurous because she did want to several times climb out of the playpen, and she would jump to grab a hold and climb out like she was ready to just get out. Whereas Riley would she would pull herself up and look over the top, but she didn't really do much from there. I think Raina is a lot more adventurous. I think she's more timid, but she's also more adventurous. She'll gladly, you know, wander off. Whereas Riley is more of a I'll stick with you kind of a thing. And when she did get out of her enclosure, she just made a bed in my clothes and stuck around. Enlightened Skywatcher, hello, how are you? You just missed actually a little bit ago. I was bonding a couple of rats. I focused the camera, I took the camera off of the fish and I focused the camera onto the floor with a little playpen, a little animal playpen, and my son's baby rats had a little bonding time, get introduced to each other and see how they do together. And here soon they will go into the same cage. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that just yet because I do work tonight and I don't want to put them in together and not be here just in case things don't go well. It did go well in neutral territory, but the cage has been home to one rat for a few weeks, and I just want to make sure when they get put in there together that all is well. I don't want to put them in and leave. I want to put them in and sit and watch them and make sure it's good. Yep, they were checking each other out, hiding in the tunnels. At first they hid in separate tunnels, and then they were getting in the same tunnel, and you could see the little tubes rolling around. And then one of them decided she really wanted to get out, so she kept trying to climb out. I had to keep putting her back. That's when I decided it was time to end the playtime, end the session, because she was more interested in climbing out. And one of them decided to redecorate. I put pee pads down so they wouldn't be directly on the floor, but one of them decided she didn't like the pee pad the way it was, and she moved it. I'm a fan of I love animals, and I was never really a rat person, but now I am. like these are my son's rats. Um, but they are very sweet. They're very intelligent. Um, they're very adventurous. They love attention. Um, it's just like I can take one of them out and she'll just sit on my shoulder while I do my live stream. It's they're young. They're only about 14 weeks old, but they're very, very, very sweet. We got one from the animal shelter. His first one was from the animal shelter, and then he wanted to get, after research finding that they're social, he wanted to get a second one and wanted it to be around the same age. So we did go to a pet store in a nearby town that carries pet rats, um, and got the second one from there. So they've been separated because the one we got from the pet store has had a sneeze. She's seen the vet. The vet doesn't think that it's anything to really worry about. Just said to give it a few more days, like another week separate. And that week is today. So I decided to do a little bit of a bonding thing with them, and I think it went well. I think it went well. So yeah, you could always look back in the live and see that. It was about 15 minutes of playtime for them before I put them back. And now, because I'm a rat person now, because I'm, okay with rats now, when I'm at work, every now and then when I have a little bit of downtime, I pull out the bin of feeder rats and I pull one out and I'm like snuggling a feeder rat because they can very well be pet rats too. They look like one of them. There's always one of them in the bin of feeders that looks exactly like one of ours or cuter, and if that's even possible. And there have been people that have bought them as pets, but it's sad to me every time I see one of the salespeople come back and taking out a rat because it's going to be a feeder, and it just makes me sad. They're very, very sweet, make excellent pets. I've wanted a hamster for a long time, and it's not that I still don't want a hamster, but I'm leaning more towards rats because they don't have as big of a diet restriction. They have a wider range of things that they can eat. They do love to hang out with their human, whereas hamsters are they're happier to just be in their enclosure. So, yeah. Who's all still here? It's really quiet. Average Girl is still here. Yay. Sandra's here. Playing a little music in the background. I'm looking for taking a portion of one of the little video clips I sent to Ian, and I want to post it on Instagram with a little bit of music. A little playtime music. No, I don't know what's going to sound good. Need some good upbeat stuff. All right, we got to find some good music here. This for playtime video. I don't know. Nope. Oh, that one will work. I don't even know if you guys could hear that well, but what's everybody's plans for today? I gotta work, and then I gotta work the next. I gotta work tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. I gotta work my really long Sunday this week. My husband said he really likes when I work Sunday because of the check. Check is bigger, and I'm like, that's all well and good, but I don't like working Sunday. It's my least favorite day. But I'm glad he enjoys the check. Oh, everybody's so quiet. You're staying cool? Yeah. Gotta do that here too with it being 90 degrees. I'm inside with the AC. I am. I've done my second devotional video today. Um, I wanted to start doing morning devotions, and it's a good practice just for me, but it's a way to share it as well. So I did one yesterday morning and I did one this morning, and I've enjoyed it. So my second video is up. I also have a little devotional book called Secrets of Confidence, and it's basically, it says it's a 60-day devotional for the inner you, and it's basically about, you know, having confidence is not about, it has nothing to do with your background or how much money you have or your body type or anything like that. It's just about, in spite of your environment and the things around you, being able to feel confident. And I really like that idea too, because I know that there are a lot of people on YouTube that don't feel confident for whatever reason. They're self-conscious or, whatever. And that's what this is all about. Hey, Lacey, how are you? You missed the rat bonding too. Both of Ian's rats were out in a little playpen being introduced. They got to know each other a little bit. And then I went and put them back. They're still not together because I don't want to put them together and then go to work. I want to be able to put them together and observe them. So they had a little bit of time to get to know each other in the playpen, and then when Raina decided that she was more intent on trying to climb out, I went ahead and I put them back. But tomorrow I may just put her in the cage with Raina. Maybe after a little bit of floor time, I want to do that again first, and then put them in the cage together and sit and observe them. So I might end up doing my live stream from Ian's room so I can sit and watch them, because I'm not comfortable putting them together in the cage and then nobody's around to watch them to make sure that everything is going well. I don't want to do that. He's not here. I don't want to expect Stacy to sit in his room and watch. So I want to be able to put them in there and sit and watch them and make sure they're not going to kill each other. But so far so good with them being both out today in my little rodent playpen. They were scuttering around on the floor, checking each other out, hiding in their tunnels. Riley decided that the pee pad that I put down, she didn't like it where it was, and she decided to rearrange a little bit. It was pretty funny. They were out for about 15 minutes, and then I went and put them back. Yep, she folded over the pee pad. It's like folded in half now because she didn't like it the way it was. She moved it. And I did notice, because I never usually handle more than one of them at a time, but since they were both out and I touched both of them or whatever, they do have different coat types, which I really didn't notice before, but they do have different coat types. So it's kind of interesting. All right, average girl, have a good day. Talk with you later. So I don't know if they're a different breed of rat from each other, or if they just, the same breed of rat can have a different coat type. I don't know how to look up, what would be, because Riley's got a softer, smooth coat that lays down. And did I say Riley? Okay, Riley has the smooth coat that's softer and lays down, and Raina is more frizzy, where her hair sticks up a little bit. It's almost got a little bit of wave to it, and her hair is a little more coarse. She's still soft, but it's a little more coarse than Raina's or than Riley's is. Gosh. So yeah, anybody who wants to see them having their little playtime on the floor can always look back in the video, and they'll be there. I'll even timestamp it when it's all uploaded and everything. I'll timestamp when they come out and when they go back. Although you would see the end of that if you were watching from the beginning of the playtime. So I guess I don't have to timestamp the end of playtime, just the beginning of it. But they are very curious, and of course, both my dog Bella and my cat Shadow were very observant watching them. Shadow did jump in once, not to hurt them. She just wants to observe from closer up. I just encouraged her to get back out, and she would just sit and watch. I did just post a very short little snippet, like a minute long, of them running around in the playpen. I posted it a little video on Instagram. You're watching the rats, you backed it up to watch them? Yeah, they're adventurous. They're curious little boogers. They're definitely curious little boogers. Yeah, it's really cute. Do you have me on Do you have Instagram, Lacey? Because if you have me on Instagram, I did post that little tiny clip, about a minute long, of them. Because I did a tiny clip to send it to Ian. Because since he couldn't be here for this, I wanted him to be able to see it. So while I was streaming, I kind of did a separate little video with my phone, and sent it to him. So he was like, "Cool." He's happy they're doing well, and um, I just used that video, took the sound out of it, put some music to it, posted it to Instagram. And my phone is ringing, and I don't know who it is. They are such super cute little girls. They really are. Cute little rat babies. You can definitely see their difference also in personality. One of them is more adventurous and go, go, go. The other one is more laid back. Um, Raina is the one that kept wanting to completely climb out of the playpen and just be adventurous. Whereas Riley, it was more, she would peek over the top of the playpen, but she didn't necessarily try and get out. She also likes to hang out more. Um, Riley will sit on your shoulder and be content to just sit up there and hang out, whereas Raina can start out on your shoulder, but she will climb down your back and off she goes. She wants to explore. So they definitely have a different personality. But usually, if they do get out of their enclosure, the first thing I want to do is find some place to hide. And I'm just thinking if one of them got out of playpen, there are way too many places to hide in this house, and I would probably never see them again. So I was very, very closely watching, especially Raina. Now, Riley has gotten out of her bin when she was in my room and made a nest in my clothes. And I guess she also got out of the bin once in Ian's room. And I asked where she was, and he said she was just hiding under the cage. So she doesn't go far. I feel like Raina would be completely different on that. She would wander off. Anyway, I might go ahead and wrap it up. I need to eat something and I need to wash my hair and all that good stuff because I do work later. And yeah, get a few things done around here before I got to go to work. So, hope everybody has a great day and I will talk with all of you later. Bye.